Good afternoon and welcome to WMCA. I'm Maddie Gertis.
And I'm Maddie Veron.
We're sending prayers to everyone impacted by the recent coronavirus.
And for our last WMCA for the foreseeable future, we'd like to make the most of our last few weeks at Mount Carmel Academy.
So with that being said, let's start one of the best WMCA shows ever with a look back at Rhythm's recent trip to Disney.
I'm Maddie. I'm Keely.
And I'm Kennedy.
And you're watching the Disney Vlog!
Have you ever wondered what the WMCA anchors do when they aren't on air?
Yeah, I bet they're always on their best behavior.
You're doing great.
It's time for WMCA. Please click the code.
The countdown has started. Doiny, go. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to WMCA. I'm Claire Sashery.
I'm Delaney McCluskey.
No eating in the studio?
Segment ending in 3, 2, 1.
Again, no eating in the studio.
Do you know Robert? Yeah, I do actually. I think your phone's ringing. Hello? Oh. Yeah, Mom, just get like the biggest foot fungus thing.
Segment starting. 3.
Okay, yeah. I'll
2.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Is that pizza? Are you kidding me?
No time, and y'all are talking, you're jumping over the desk, you got food in here all the time, you can't be doing that!
Mr. Knockin, we're live.
Hey Maddie, is it just me or do you feel like everyone has the same name as us?
I know, one year there were 6 Maddies in my homeroom.
Conspiracy theory, everyone who has the same name are secretly long-lost twins.
I'm just not sure that's how that works.
I heard we have a teacher here who is actually an expert at conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, and when we talked to him, we learned all about it. Maybe even learned a little too much.
Let's hear what he had to say.
I'm Mr. Maddox, and today I'm going to talk about a very important question, whether the Earth is round or flat. I believe the Earth is round. Let's begin. The first argument you hear a lot about is that if you see a boat going over the horizon, say you are here and there's a boat, you see the sail when you don't see the base of the boat anymore. And this doesn't make sense on a flat Earth. The boat would just get smaller and smaller, but you would see the entire boat. Argument 2, time zone. Have you ever watched a Saints game in California and noticed that even though it was the middle of the afternoon here, it is bright day there? Well, the reason is because the Earth is round. And so as the Earth is spinning around the sun in California, where the Saints are playing with their little dome, they're throwing the balls to each other. That's a ball that the player, here's his helmet, is throwing. Here in New Orleans, the sun is setting below the horizon. It is nighttime, even though it is in the middle of the sky in Los Angeles. This does not make sense on a flat Earth. Let's look at argument 3, the position of stars and other celestial objects. If you go outside tonight and you look towards the northern sky, you will see. Do you remember the fires in Australia while we were enjoying Christmas? It was the middle of summer in Australia and all the koalas and kangaroos were getting burned. The fire. That would make sense. But on a flat Earth, it doesn't. Finally, I've never been to the moon, but I know people who have. I use a phone. It talks to space, and I can send a message from my phone. I could even call Australia, because this phone uses satellites which go around, keyword round, the Earth. How would a satellite go around flat Earth? I have more than just drawing the kangaroo, but I really want to draw the kangaroo. Okay, so here are some arguments that might lead you to consider the question of whether the Earth is round or whether it's flat. Maybe there are evil wizards in the sky. Maybe it is true that the Earth is actually flat. I said something about evil wizards. Okay. Evil wizards, evil wizards, evil wizards. So, thank you for bearing with me. We've discussed in great detail arguments for and against whether the Earth is round or flat. Anything I say, if you wanted to, you could sit down long enough and think of a possible counter-arguments. You could, if nothing else, maybe more productively, do your math homework. Have a wonderful day and thank you for joining me.
Walking to the 4th floor is the worst.
What?
Walking to the 4th floor is the worst. Hey, Olivia. Hey, girlie. I'm the best whisperer ever. No, I'm the best whisperer ever. Fine, let's go test this out in the studio. Meet you there.
Come down to the office, get your stash card and treat. Come down, office. Love in your heart wasn't put there to stay. Love isn't love till you give it away.
A Dovin?
Y'all be careful, bye.
Yo, bye.
Y'all be careful, bye.
Yo, be bye. Cups, hands up. Put your hands up.
What?
I don't want to walk up to the 4th floor.
What?
It's Chicken Tender Tuesday. Go out, make the news.
Go up.
Go out, make the news, cause it's news is you.
Go up.
Go out!
Wait, stop. Ella, ready? Tell Olivia. Go.
Ready, go.
Stop dancing.
Hey, Maddie, do you know what the fastest animal in the world is?
Yeah, a cheetah.
But do you know who the cheetah of Mount Carmel is?
I don't know.
Me either. Let's find out.
First, Mr. Kevin Marshall, Jeopardy winner, will race Coach Casey Kaiser, PE teacher, for the ultimate smackdown. Who will win to move on to the final round?
Why did you choose to wear that, Mr. Marshall?
It's not about the clothes, it's about the person.
Who do you think is going to win?
Only time can tell.
On your marks, get set, go.
Winner, Coach Kaiser, will now race track all-star Ashley Gallagher for the supreme title of Mount Carmel Cheetah. Who do you think will win the title and the trophy?
On your marks, get set, go.
Thank you.
On Wednesday, parents, alums, and volunteers came to campus and talked all about their careers.
It was so helpful. I get so stressed out thinking about what I want to do after I graduate.
I always wanted to be a princess, but I guess it's time to start checking out real career paths.
That reminds me, hey Maddie,
Hey Maddie.
I've got a question of the week.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be an FBI agent, but life took a right turn after Katrina, so now I help cities and states prepare for, respond to, and recover from disasters.
Either a dermatologist or a pharmacist. The reason I wanted to be a dermatologist is because when I went to the dermatologist, all they did to me was pop my zits, which I was a really big fan of. But I was not interested in the other things that dermatologists have to do, like rashes, moles, skin cancer. Not interested in that, so that's not my calling. Then I decided I wanted to work with children. That's always been a constant. And so coming here and then going to college and grad school in counseling, I realized I wanted to help high school age children. So here we are.
As long as I can remember, I wanted to be a physician. I had sworn off dermatology in the beginning, and lo and behold, that's where I wound up.
So you wanted me to tell you what I wanted to be when I was a little kid. I actually wanted to be the shortstop for the Boston Red Sox, but I'm 47 and they still haven't called, so I had to choose another career path.
I wanted to be a nun/teacher, and when I was a junior in high school, I thought I would go into business and wanted to avoid medicine. And right before I started LSU undergrad, I declared a medical major, and now I'm an internal medicine doctor.
I wanted to be a journalist when actually I was at MCA, which I ended up doing for several years, and then I changed and went to medical school and became a physician. So you can change and do what you want to do pretty much at any point in your life, and your education here will get you there.
When I was little, I wanted to be a Disney animator, and I got pretty close. I'm a graphic designer now, so I still get to be creative and draw and do a little bit of animation.
Well, that's all we have for this week.
We'll see you same time, same place, whenever.
But remember,
go out and make the news, because the news is you.